savage worlds. Whether we're at the table or over the internet, in our role-playing game, fantasy is just the beginning. From the Wild West to the depths of outer space and beyond. Anytime, any place. They're all Savage Worlds.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday night on the Iconic Production channel. I am JM the GM, and these are the echoes from the realm of Crucible, who are not currently in Crucible, but are in some rapidly dissolving world, reality, dimension, somewhere away from the city. And yeah, welcome. You guys are good. So we're going to jump right into it. When we last left off, the group met with a redacted, who was a wonderful, honorable, compassionate warrior monk of the frog people, whose name will be unknown until the group leaves.
Forever.
Yes, until the group flies from this realm and can catch his name, much like the frog monk himself. They discovered that there was this big war between the frog folk and the insect people, and that one side, it's forgotten who, summoned the void. The void has been slowly consuming the world. There's only this mountain, which turned out to be a mountain that had been sort of left here, or had been traveled at some point in the distant past by Pockets' great grandfather, the Monkey King, the 8 times immortal Monkey King. And that he left a specific message for Pockets, and that there were...
Was it for Pockets? I mean, Wukong's the family name.
Not technically. You do know how that works, right? Well, you don't know, because Pockets doesn't understand.
Apparently.
Pockets has his own reality, and I will submit to that. And it was just left for some member of the Wukong family. And that there were, that it is told that the Monkey King, who these people have never met a gibbon or a monkey of any sort, but they have this legend, who ascended the mountain, disappeared. There's the hopes, slim as they may be, that there is a gate leading back to the city at the top of this, but that there were 7 trials, and you guys threw yourself into the first trial, and that trial threw you around the mountain path.
Wait, that was bad.
Rather,
it was a bad time.
I thought we did rather well.
I agree. And so we left off with you guys looking at this bridge with the wind and the mist whipping by. And so we're going to start off by having all of you hand me your character sheets. Sweet. No, I'm just kidding. They're safe behind the screen. This side of the table, I could hear the noise, which is, as we know, a noise that I live for. So, instead of starting there, as the 3 of you regain consciousness, you realize 2 things. One, you are in a dimly lit cave filled with, or inhabited by you and 2 identical looking people. And that is as far as your memory goes.
Two people look exactly like myself.
No, you don't know what you look like.
Oh.
But the other 2 people look identical.
Oh.
They look to be terracotta, like made of terracotta. They are in full plate armor that's just kind of carved into their skin. And they appear to be very simian-like, kind of hunched forward. And you realize, yeah, you are a little bit hunched forward as well.
We have no other memories beyond waking up and seeing.
Yes.
Do I have like joints?
You can. Yeah,
Or am I like a Lego man that just sort of?
You can. There's a little bit of a grinding noise, but you can move.
Do I have opposable thumbs?
You do have opposable thumbs. You don't know what that means, but you do.
All right.
Greetings!
Hello.
Who are you guys? Where are we?
Those are good questions.
You can give me a notice roll. So,
Based
yeah.
on.
Yeah, great. You got characters. You can roll 2d6 and pick the higher of the two.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 4.
Okay. As you look around, you see that these two look basically identical, but as you look a little closer, they each have a different character on their foreheads. The room you were standing in, you were actually standing on the top of, like I said, you're in a cave. It's kind of dimly lit. You can see that there are 3 points of light, like large fires that are kind of casting light upon the walls. You can see there are 3 little small raised daises that the 3 of you are each kind of currently standing on. But it looks like there could be a lot more. Maybe there were more. Not quite sure. But there is definitely airflow kind of moving through. You can hear the wind whistling lowly as it moves kind of from behind you deeper into the shadows.
Do we know that that is wind? Like, do we know
Like, you have a
things?
basic understanding of, like, you know that what opposable thumbs are. You also know that wind is useful for breathing, which you are not doing. So consider this classic television amnesia. Yeah.
Know all the useful stuff.
Yeah, you know not to, like, you know how to control your bowels so you're not going to accidentally defecate, but you don't remember your name.
Well, we are made of clay.
I was
That's
going to
true.
say we'd be just pooping bricks.
Gold bricks.
Don't shit a brick. So that's what you notice.
Okay.
I see that you too know words.
More or less. Okay, so
Then who? More or less than.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe at one point I had encyclopedic knowledge of words.
That is quite possible.
Okay, so can I see where the wind is coming from? Like, is it?
No, you can't see where the wind is coming from.
Can I see? Can I feel?
Yeah,
it?
you totally can feel it. Can you see the wind? No, but you can see the effects of it. The narrator said. Yeah, so there's the one light off to the side. That is where the wind is coming from. And you can hear a faint rushing noise from that direction. And it is moving toward the other 2 lights, which seem to be set on the other side of a large archway.
Do we go toward where the wind's coming in, or where the wind seems to be going?
Why go anywhere at all?
I don't know. This seems. I mean, I'm alive. I can move.
It has to be more than just this, right? Like,
I mean,
The philosopher of the group. You see terracotta soldier monkey number 2. In this scenario, all you have known is the light on the wall. There are now hints that there is something outside of the cave.
well,
He might be the see no evil monkey.
that's correct. I will now spend the rest of the evening like this.
Wonderful. What are the other 2 monkeys doing?
Don't know, man.
oh man, oh my god.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in.
All right. I guess I will come down off the dais.
It's just like a little step down.
I will come thumping off the dais, and I will head toward the light where the wind is coming from.
Okay.
I don't want to be alone. I'm gonna follow that guy.
Okay. We definitely have the monkey that wants to be part of the group. We have philosopher monkey, adventurous monkey, blind content monkey. Hey, thanks for the follow. So as you get there, the noise gets louder. There's this rushing noise, and you can see up ahead there's a curtain of water that is just flowing past, and it's just drenching the mouth of this entrance. But there's still enough of a gap that air is moving through, but not enough of a gap that the water's hitting everything.
Okay. Stick my hand to the water. What happens?
Cool. So your hand is wet. When you pull it out, you have no clue how you got here, why your hand is in the water, or why there are two people who look just like these two people are identical.
Huh. So is it like the water of forgetfulness? Is like, did it ever left?
You may have known it at one point, but you have forgotten.
Did anything happen to his hand?
No,
It's
you just
fine?
put it like
Okay.
it came out. It was covered in water.
Okay.
Huh. Hey guys.
I feel like we've been here before. I am going to not touch that water. And I'm just gonna. I think we should go this way.
There is a way, and there is one of these monkey statues is suggesting that you follow in this direction.
I mean,
No idea.
monkey see?
Oh. You may have a Benny. This is going to be a good session, I can tell. At least for the flinging of puns. Thankfully, I made you terracotta monkeys. So
Yeah.
that's all that you will be flinging. Okay, so you guys are headed the other direction.
I guess we walk back the other direction.
Okay.
Where the wind is going.
I kind of nudge. Like,
So it's
Crinkly.
dull scraping of like two clay tiles against each other.
do you
It's also a hollow. Kind of a hollow thing.
do you have an inside, like where you hear things inside and think and feel them too, or am I the only one?
Like feel like, and then I'm gonna punch the guy next to him like that.
No, that's outside.
Oh.
Do you have an inside feeling, or
Does my head come off?
It does not come out.
no? I'm the only one.
Like, by inside, do you mean like the concept of a soul?
Like, does it burn?
I need you to roll 2d6 and tell me which is the highest one.
5.
Yeah, you definitely have that inside,
Uh-huh.
and you're pretty sure you're not the only person in there with you. Like, you can definitely hear at least two other murmuring voices as if whispering behind you, as if they're trying to get your attention.
So how many insides do you have?
I'm gonna take a personal inventory.
You would like to personally inventory your insides? Is that
Hello? Like, how does one tell how many people are inside of you?
Counting.
Alright, I would like to do a head count. 1.
Soul count.
there seems to only be one inside of you. But as you try to like focus on it, it is like a darting flame. It's very hard for you to focus on the voice in your head. It's as if it's constantly jumping from one thing to the next.
I think I have something called ADD.
Uh-huh. How many do you have inside you?
How many do I have inside of me?
This was the point that JM regretted. This really rather clever opening to the scene. So I would like you to roll 2d6 and tell me what you get.
Double 4s.
Nice. All right. As you kind of close your eyes and try to assess, you kind of close your eyes really hard and you kind of try to hear. There's nothing that you don't hear anything. You don't even really hear your own voice in your head. But when you open your eyes, you don't open your outer eyes, you open your inner eyes, and you can see that you are standing on the top of a hill, and there are just hundreds of faceless people kind of looking up, holding up their hand uphill towards you.
I want to wake up now!
The terracotta Sidian screams, "I would like to wake up now," and you all hear the flapping of wings and the sound of it's like a mix several other noises. There's the sound of steel on steel. There's the sound of like the crack of lightning, and then you also definitely hear a rhythmic rumble that you identify as snoring.
It's coming from somewhere.
It's weird.
Do
It
you-
sounds like it's coming inside, but you actually hear the noises.
Do we hear that?
Yeah. You hear those noises. You don't see the.
All right. Those are what I believe are objective noises.
I love how you guys are developing.
We're learning.
You are learning. You're also laying down like foundational philosophical principles. I'm so damn proud of all of you.
How many did you have inside you?
Well, it depends. Are these beings and entities part of me, or there were hundreds of things which may or may not be me per se.
I don't understand.
Right, me neither. But it was terrifying. They all wanted something. I believe this is known as ADHD.
Well, I had 3 voices in my inside brain, which is more than you. So I think that makes me better than you two, and also the leader.
Doesn't that make you more crazy?
One of the voices in your head you can't quite make out. You definitely get the sense that they are very approving of this, not only decision, but this sort of assertive kind of conflict resolution. Yeah, the aggressive conflict resolution. One of the voices definitely is like on board with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna plop down to the ground and just kind of look my head. Yeah. I don't think I like this. I think I want to forget.
It's like a game of lemmings now. The monkeys rise to a certain level of self-consciousness, realize that sentience is a burden, and start back over from ground zero.
We'll just never get out of it. Stay under the waterfall forever.
All right, fearless leader. Where are we going?
I delegate that decision to you.
I want to go in the water.
Then we all go in the water.
Okay. I step back under the water.
All right.
As do all of us.
All right. You may have your character sheets back for a brief second. I don't know how to read any of your handwriting, but I do know that this one's. So, standing there at the second barrier, you can see it is this long arcing bridge. The bridge is only visible for about 10 seconds out of every minute, and then it is shrouded in mist. The bridge is wide enough for you to walk, but if the wind is moving as quickly as the mist suggests, you don't have a whole lot of room to stumble to the side, like maybe a foot on either side of your normal gait. And then it disappears into the mist. You can't hear any noise. The mist is just rolling by silently, but this seems to be the second path.
We have to get all these people across this thing?
Do we have any memory of being monkeys?
No. What are you talking about?
Okay.
It's weird.
Can I look around to see if there's any kind of mechanism?
You can give me a notice roll. It takes you several minutes, kind of there's nothing on this side. But on the far side, you definitely can see a set of gears that look, kind of levers that look very similar to the ones that you used your body to push to the ground last time. On the other side, and as you kind of look around, you can see that there are kind of bronze wings on the other side that look like they may kind of fold forward and shelter the bridge.
Well, let's pull those levers.
once again, delegate on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, they're on the other
Yeah,
side of the
yeah.
bridge.
Alright.
Yeah.
The bridge is about 3 feet wide.
No, you've
4 feet?
got probably the most room. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about 4.5, 5 feet wide.
Okay.
Send the monkey across, right?
And
You got good
how
agility.
deep is it? Like, I mean, like, if the bridge is 4 feet, 5 feet wide, how far underneath? Like, is it like a tiny, narrow bridge?
It seems to be a very narrow band of stone that
So if
arcs
I were
over.
to take my jacket off and, like, swing it under the bridge on my giant arms and scoot across that way, I would not fall off?
Possibly.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
We call that the King Louis.
That's right.
He just wants to
Exactly.
walk like you, man.
Uh-huh.
Talk like you.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
I think that's about as much as we can sing of that song legally. All right, so I need an athletics check from you because as soon as you step onto the bridge, you immediately hear he disappears.
Mhm.
You immediately hear the sound of the rushing wind, and you are buffeted. So this is what is a dramatic task in Savage Worlds. And so what's going to happen here is you have to get 4 tokens over 3 tries.
Okay. When my first one exploded, I got a 9 over here.
Okay, so this is normally would be a -2 to the roll. However, your clever jacketing
Okay.
has allowed you to overcome that.
Okay.
So +2, -2.
Cool.
So as you kind of get across, you are being just constantly battered by these winds. And then you get about a third of the way across the bridge, you can see him again in this part. And time sort of slows way down for you.
If this is gonna be one of those moments where I have to duel like a mirror version of myself, I give up. All right, I'm not doing it.
Oh, did you take
Present your soft underbelly.
Did you take in your wound penalties?
I only had 1 wound penalty.
Okay, so you're-
so this should be still good.
You're good. Oh, but you're not
Oh,
on the
no.
sheet.
I'm not permanently wounded.
I stand by my decision. No, as you are there, you can see the master of the wizarding school you went to. What was his name?
I don't remember. I mean, we didn't hang
That's
out much.
very in character.
That's probably fair. He stands before you and says, "Oh, Pockets,
Oh no,
you never amounted to anything at this school.
I didn't really pay for the full ride.
That has been your whole existence.
Well, I mean,
Trading on your family name and squeezing by until you get bumped over to the next thing. You were your last chance. In fact, there really isn't a family to go back to anymore, is there?
you know, if I could just do that squeezing by thing again. There's a lever on the other side. I can just get this all over with.
Pockets, when are you going to amount to anything in this life? So what I need from you is what's called a spirit roll. And I'm taking it, I'm going to give you a -2 from the noise that you
You know what? That's fair.
It is.
Harsh but fair.
Alright, -2 spirits.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's double 3, so you know, I'm going to spend it.
Bang it up, buddy.
Yeah.
Now remember, you have 4 because you're lucky. Which I can only imagine is the only reason Pockets has gotten as far as he
That
has.
is accurate. And that will explodes, so we'll go ahead and keep rolling that. Alright, so 10 minus 2, 8. So
8. Alright. As you try to squeeze by and just kind of persevere, he disappears, and the wind slams into you again. I'm going to need another athletics check from you. You guys see, for some reason, Pockets kind of stopped, and you couldn't really hear what he was saying, but he seemed to be like,
Let's just spend it all. Alright, that one explodes, so we'll just keep going. Alright, so that's a 14.
that is enough to get all the way across the bridge.
Okay.
And you, as you kind of get across the bridge, you look back and you can see there are like several other shadows, but they don't have a time to coalesce. You kind of push through them, so you don't know what they were going to say. You think you see like your mother, that one brother of yours that you always looked up to, but was like always had like the fantastic like shock mane. Always just kind of flowed perfectly, like it's
Party
like,
in the front and the back.
yeah, yeah, and down the back, and a little down below. And then you think you saw your great grandfather, like all starting to materialize, and I can only imagine Pockets is just like,
Ready faster! Ready faster!
this is why we need a comic, because I can see just Pockets running over the bridge. So you get to the other side. Yeah, John, there's a lot of hair envy. It's a fantasy game, my friend. Also, that older brother could eat and digest lactose.
We're in a magical world now, aren't we, Jam?
That's right. It's totally in a magical world. So you make it to the other side, and you feel a little bit of that weight like gone, kind of shriven, if you will.
Yeah.
And you can see kind of up ahead, there is a large. The path disappears into a mountain pass that kind of zigzags. The walls quickly, the cleft in the mountain kind of quickly closes. You see the path heading up, and you can see there are 3 kanji set in the stones.
Okay.
Raga, Vesha, and Moha.
Raga, Desha, and Moa.
And I assume you pull the levers?
Yeah, it seems like that's.
I'll never say wrong lever. Unless there's. Alright. Character sheets again. Alright. So you're like. You have to defer to you. And you're like, I just want to go back under the falls. And you get this intense sense of deja vu. Because as you look, the other 2 simians and yourself, you're covered in a lot of water. You get the feeling like you've done this a lot. That you just keep reaching a certain point, and the 3 of you go back and forget. You can't tell how long, but there's now just this sopping wet track from the cave mouth to the dais. And it looks like, I mean, it's just soaked. It looks as if people have just taken buckets of water and spread it all over this path.
I'm gonna turn them around and be like, Robert, Maya, it's so great to see you guys again.
She apparently has named you Robert and you Maya.
Hi.
This monkey seems to know more than the rest of you. And that voice inside of you doesn't like it.
Help, help, I'm being interpolated.
Hello, I'm Maya.
Hello, Maya.
Hi, Maya.
You're Maya?
No, I was saying hi to Maya.
Oh, okay.
So, we're all very wet,
Mm-hmm.
and the tracks lead that way,
Back to the falls.
which would make me think that that's where we just came from
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Mm-hmm. Feels like you were in a recursive loop.
So, what if we went the other direction this time?
This time?
I mean, apparently at some point we went that direction. So what if we went that direction?
What if?
Exactly. I don't know. This is like...
I definitely think we should go that way.
Alright. Let's go this way.
Okay. As you continue down,
Is there
Or
any
is-
water inside of me now?
there's definitely something sloshing. You definitely need to find the little terracotta room.
Okay.
It's gonna be porcelain.
Benny per pun. This is a well-established feature of this game. All right. So, as you head down this way, you can hear again those kind of same three noises: clashing of the ringing of metal on metal, the sound of snoring, and then sort of this kind of like flapping of wings noise.
Right, and then are there 3 passages or 3 directions?
But it does come to a stairwell. It leads up and leads down.
Wait, from
So you kind of head down the tunnel.
And then there's
It's a spiral stair.
a spiral. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
There's no water in here. There are no tracks.
Is there any dust on the ground?
You can give me a notice roll.
At the WD6?
So no, you get to roll a d6 and a d4.
Okay. Maya not good at this. Maya good enough though. 11.
An 11? You get to roll a 4 too.
Does they both explode?
They do.
Everything's exploding.
Sort of makes sense that the one time he doesn't, or he rolls really, really well,
The 9.
is when he is not pockets. So 11 is
11
nice.
is still
11
nice.
nice. You can see there is dust on the ground, and there's definitely scrapes as if something kind of heavily that weighed a lot and kind of had something very hard kind of came this
Sure.
way,
They go up or
and
down?
it went up.
Okay.
But
Now this scale, by the way, is big enough that you as I'm going to regret this as soon as I'm going to describe this. Past Jam did not think of this, but I'm going to stick with what he wrote. It is large enough that if the 3 of you wanted to stand on each other's backs, you would be able to do that and still have room above you. So like this place is built to a large scale.
Okay.
All right.
We have options. So up or down?
I say up.
Okay, something else went up though.
Something
Big.
that with
you,
with
you
a
can't know that. A small, mischievous, deceiving imp could have left those marks just to deceive you.
and whatever went up had claws. You can see the little bit of like chip and scrapes.
What if there's another one of us and that one's in trouble?
Then it's probably their fault.
Oh.
I mean, what's the reasoning for going down? Is the path less traveled?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Frostian path.
I mean,
You notice something shiny on the ground.
I'm gonna pick it up and just kind of hide
Yeah.
it to myself and turn around and look at it.
It is a bit of metal that broke off of something. It's sort of a long, sharp metal edge. I was there with you, John Doom. I respect your better angels. But there's like a piece of, you don't know what it is, whether it's ceramic or wood that has been painted, but there's definitely something green. It looks like it broke off about that long and kind of, like I said, like an edge, like a metal edge. But there's a piece attached to it. You can clearly see something kind of, bright silver.
I'm gonna hold it up. I found something, and it's telling me to go up. I'm gonna share it with it so everybody can see.
does it like point up?
It was definitely pointing up, and I'm gonna take it as a sign to go up.
You can have another bench. That was brilliant.
That checks out.
Okay, up the stairs.
All right. Were you guys just like Wizard of Ozing this? Like the 3 of you walking up?
100%.
Okay.
Clink, clunk, clink.
That's the reason why I left that. all of my references. Gabe is like right there. All right, as you go thumping up the stairs, none of you are especially quiet. The sound of snoring gets louder, but also interrupted with like a choking noise, like a wet choking noise.
So it's really the sound of sleep apnea.
Sort of. And as you get to the top, you can see there are three. There's a large golden dome, and there are three demonic creatures hunched over three forms. These demonic creatures, each you notice that two of these creatures have the same symbols as your two companions. Third one is a symbol unknown to you.
You're demons! All of you!
Beyond is a barred gate of cold black iron, twisted with thorns that have sprouted from it. You can see there are three keys set into the center of this gate. Beyond which there is a form on the ground, unconscious, like lying in shadows.
All right.
The three demons, one of them is pouring just coins out of its mouth. It is pouring coins onto the form of a sleeping pockets or sleeping monkey, a much smaller monkey than head back, clearly snoring. And as the coins kind of get lodged in its throat, you can see they kind of ripple in its mouth. You can see little legs come out of its mouth. And he coughs them clear, and they hit the ground with a wet splorch, and the coins kind of skitter back onto the pile.
With like little arms and legs.
Yeah.
Like sort of like little 1930s cartoon style.
No,
walking.
like little black gold.
Somewhere like the thing.
Tendrily arms. There is one who is standing over a young woman who is in what looks to be the bottom of an hourglass, and she is covered in nicks and scratches and cuts, and the sands are moving around her, and she's fighting off the sands, but the sands kind of keep forming into edges that like she attempts to parry and they slice open, and the sands are turning redder, more sanguine the longer this goes on. And the last demon is standing over a gaunt and like a man in dirty rags, looks malnourished, underfed,
A little dead.
kind of stumbling around a little bit, and the demon just keeps poking this figure to keep him in a summoning circle that's inscribed on the ground. And every time it does, it kind of flences off a piece of the skin. So there's just like tattered skin strips hanging from this figure. And you can see there's writing, like as if the blood has like names written on it. And that's what the three of you see as you kind of enter up here.
I have no reason to judge this either positively or negatively.
This is bad. This is bad. I mean,
Are you asking me?
no.
You're-
Like, clearly, this is bad. Demons, right? Demons are bad.
Are
These
they?
people are suffering. Yes, people are suffering.
I'm now thinking
Is
that
suffering
maybe
bad?
it's pointing down and not up.
There's a lot of gold there, though, Simeon Monkey. A lot of shiny things in that pile. So you're saying this is bad. What
right,
do you do?
like, I mean, we're clearly warrior monkeys, right?
You are clearly warrior
We've
monkeys.
got armor, you've got giant arms, you've got a pointy stick, thing. We should get involved. We gotta punch some demons.
Do something.
That's what.
That you're gonna do?
That's what I'm
All
gonna
right.
do.
Oh, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go punch a demon.
I'm gonna go punch a demon.
All right. You can give me a D6 plus a D8.
Okay. The 8 explodes.
All right.
only at a 1, so 9.
All right. 9. So you go running up to one of these demons and you just pop it. Which demon do you go running up to?
I'm gonna the one with the hourglass. Like that person seems like they're gonna.
Break the hourglass.
That would have been a good idea, but I didn't do that.
You did not do that. So you hit. So here's the cool thing. D12 plus 4
Okay.
plus a D6.
Dang.
You are a warrior monkey.
So that's 5 points of damage plus 4, so
That's what-
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. You want to spend a Benny on that?
I sort of feel like I should.
Yeah, so just go.
It's like I got a big shot there, and I kind of whiffed it.
You did.
That, meanwhile, is an 11 plus a 3, so 14 plus a 6 plus 4.
Yeah.
So 18.
18.
Better.
That is awesome.
Okay.
So you punch this thing square in its so this is the one. So you punch it in its chest, and its rib cage kind of folds in around your fist, but you can feel like its insides are just filled with blades. So I do need a toughness roll from you, and I will make a toughness roll for it.
What is,
If it attempts
what is
to
my
soak.
toughness?
I'm sorry, a vigor roll.
Where's my vigor?
Oh, good point. Welcome to not having a character sheet. Your vigor, sir, is a D6.
Okay.
Failed to soak his wound.
Well, that's not great. That was a 3 max.
You want to leave it, let it be?
There's a whole lot of game left here, man.
Don't look at me, man.
All right, we'll let it fly.
All right, you punch this thing. You clearly punch through it, dealing a wound. And as you rip your arm out, you take a wound as well, as the terracotta just breaks apart, and you are left with a stump of an arm. And this demon turns to you and just lets out this howl, and we're gonna roll. Or we're gonna deal out cards for initiative.
And that's why you don't jump to conclusions.
You need a mat for that.
Oh, otherwise you break things?
No? Man, we
It's a
gotta
jump
try-
to conclusions.
It's a
man.
jump to conclusions, man. Do you want me to stop shuffling? You want me to cut?
Yes, stop.
You want me to cut?
No, we're cutting.
All right, first one's to you, buddy.
Which one to Jenny?
All right, flip him. I got a king. Oh, demons go. The demons immediately stop torturing their victims and turn their face instead upon you.
Now that my arm is broken off, and am I hollow inside?
You are hollow inside. You're hollow inside. It's as if your entire life has amounted to nothing at this point.
Reach my other hand inside and reach as far as possible. Just feel around. Tink, 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 tink. Is it empty all the way inside? Is there
Well,
nothing in there?
do you want to take your action to do that?
Well, no, but
That is a good answer, my friend. Solid answer. All right. All right. We spent one to soak, so we're there. I'm gonna spend a Benny to try and connect with you. It just takes a deep breath, and you can see the blades sort of start flying out of its chest at you. Ooh, a 6 definitely hits you. Ben, would you like to soak what's about to happen? How many you got left, bud?
2.
It's your choice.
Cool suck. Yeah, I'm soaking that.
Because I rolled a 12.
D12 that exploded.
So that's 23, 24, 25.
That vigor is a D6.
Your vigor is a D6, my friend. So that's going to be... that's 5 wounds. How'd you do?
I got 5?
That's 4 wounds.
How many wounds can I take?
3, and then...
So I immediately explode into a million
Yeah,
terracotta pieces.
you do immediately explode into a million terracotta pieces.
What about all the myriad of souls within me?
I'll get to that in a second. So you see your terracotta monkey friend just obliterated, just shredded to nothing. And as the pieces sort of hit, you can see that he was shiny on the inside. And there's a face looking out from every little bit and fragment of his form. Who goes next? Terracotta Monkey 2.
What happens to the demon bearing his mark?
I will tell you that in a second.
I'm gonna scream, Maya, no! Holding my piece in hand.
Yeah.
Knowing only Robert and Maya.
That's right. You've had exactly 2 friends for your entire life, and one of them just died.
I feel like I have to avenge Maya, even though I'm not sure if Maya was really
That's right.
Maya's name. And attack the demon that Maya attacked with my pointy.
Your point head stick.
Yeah, my
All
stick.
right.
What do I roll?
So what you get to roll is a D4
Oh no.
plus a D6.
Okay.
What's a very pointed stick? Hey, that 4 exploded.
6.
But strangely enough, you hit. So go ahead and roll your damage. So the edge will give you a D6,
Okay.
and then you get to add a D4 to that. You might want to spend some bennies on this one.
Okay. I got double
Oh,
ones.
it's not damage roll doesn't.
I'm definitely gonna spin my imaginary penny that I did get.
Okay.
Can I do that?
I didn't have any more pennies here, so
Haley
I
has
just
has a total pile of just imaginary bennies that she only pulls from in very stressful situations. I knew what you were talking about, but Beth's reaction was too pricey. Go ahead. Yes, you may spend your imaginary penny.
I mean,
4. We're gonna take another penny. This one's real.
This one's a real one. This one's a real one.
there we go.
5.
It's slightly better.
Nothing exploded though.
Nothing exploded.
All right, you go up and you. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You're in a terracotta form. Please, go back. Take your imaginary penny and your real penny back because it's a D12 plus 4 plus a D6.
Okay.
That was my mistake.
Much more powerful.
Right, you're a giant monkey statue. I'm like, how is she rolling? Just so. Oh, because I'm a bad GM.
That would be 7.
7
Mm-hmm.
plus 4, so 11.
11.
You might want to spend that imaginary penny.
Okay.
Yeah. Boop. This is why I need a producer so they can just be marking bennies off on people's screens.
Okay, that's looking better. 11,
Nice.
12, 13, 14,
18. All right, what's it look like when you got the demon that killed your buddy?
I'm just gonna run and do what I saw Maya do and just stab it in the same area.
All right,
He was attacking the demon that was on the hourglass.
on
right?
the hourglass
Okay.
lady. Yeah. So that demon howls and kind of folds in on itself, shredding itself as its own blades consume it. And it just ends up in a pool of minced meat and metal fragments.
No more Hellraiser
It's my
expansion.
least favorite Christmas pie.
Thank you. It's sort of that thing, it's that holiday that falls on Christmas and Halloween at the same time.
Mincemeat and blades.
So your card came up,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I guess so. 5, right?
Yep. So can I just have all the sheets in front of you? Yeah,
Turn
just
like
all,
that?
yeah, just all of them. You can have this one back.
I'm just gonna tear them apart. Whatever they were. They're gone now.
Nope. 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 Sam,
Oh.
as soon as you are aware that terracotta monkey hits the ground, and you kind of look up and you're covered, your skin starts to, the demon kind of looks down at you. You're suddenly aware of yourself again. You are covered, your skin has been peeled from your body, but you still have your rustfire pistol, and as soon as you are aware of yourself, you can see the flesh starts to slowly kind of heal itself. What do you do?
I'm Sam Sorrow, partner.
I don't know, partner, but
Buddy?
There we
Mister?
go. What do you do?
Shoot him in the face.
Give me a shooting roll.
Mostly I see your enmities on here.
doesn't have shoe.
Yeah, so it's a D4 plus his agility, or a D4 plus his wild die.
Why do I keep messing with this damn thing?
Because in Sam's hands, it's a deadly weapon.
Apparently it is, because that exploded. That's an 11.
That hits with a raise.
Alright.
So the damage on the Rustfire pistol, did you write that down? On your character sheet?
Somewhere?
Don't worry, I got you. Ben, it does, in this case, it'll do 3d6 plus 1.
I've never successfully hit with it.
Really?
D6 plus 1, man.
Could probably be 6.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is a 2 plus a 4 plus a 5, so that's going to be 11.
Okay. Plus 1.
Plus 1's 12.
12. That's enough to do 1 wound. Do you want to spend a Benny to see if you can do more wounds? You got 3 of them.
They're his bennies?
They're
Spend 'em.
Bennies.
Spend them all at once.
Alright, here we go. Alright, that one explodes, so that's 2 5s and a 6, which explodes.
16, 17,
16, 17, which explodes again.
23.
25 plus 1's 24. I doubled my damage.
So that is, alright. That is 3 wounds. Spending a Benny to try and soak it.
Dang.
I will soak 2 of them and take 1 wound. So you pop the demon in the face. Terracotta Monkey 3 or Monkey 1. It's up to you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stamp my foot so hard I shatter into a million pieces.
He's gone full Rumpelstiltskin on us.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a. This will be a spirit test.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a spirit roll. For you, that is a D6, 2 D6s.
Seven.
Tired of this life, this tired of being a hollow shell of a person.
Who are you calling person?
That's right, of a simian. You just see Robert
My other friend!
picks up his foot and stamps it as hard as it can, and it just sends us a crack all the way up, just spider webbing all the way up the body, spreading down to the other leg, up in the chest, and he just kind of throws its chest back and lets out this war cry, and it shatters, and mixed in with the terracotta pieces are raven's feathers.
Hey!
So I'm gonna give you new.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sure you are.
Flip them.
What happens when you get the Joker?
You all get bennies.
Oh, that's good.
I get one in my GM pool, and then the creature that drew it gets a benny.
How many bennies do I have now?
You got 6. Oh, you got 3 plus 1, 4. I am going to let. No, I'm going to interrupt. The demons attack. One of the demons is still just focused on pouring coins into Pockets' mouth, and poor Pockets his head is just barely above the thing, and you can see some of these coins are now like grabbing onto his mouth and starting to hurl themselves into it. It does not look like Pockets has long.
But he's got a lot.
See, there ain't enough for that one monkey figurine, that one pawn shop.
You are currently dreaming about that monkey figurine.
Can finally afford it.
That's right. All you have to do.
And maybe a banana afterwards.
I'm a better person too, John. All right. So at this point, the one remaining demon who can be active is going to take a multi-action. The first thing it does is it's going to screech. So I need you to give me a vigor roll. I need you to give me a vigor roll, and I need you to roll 2 d6s. Which is higher.
5.
4.
None of you are stunned. So it will turn and take a swing at you, terracotta monkey. Oh, I get a D10.
Very bad. No?
There we go.
Oof.
So that'll hit. Let's spend one more. I really want it to hit hard. Alright. So it hits you. This clawed arm reaches back, and with fingers, claws coated in gore and blood that have been stripping the flesh off of this weird old man. With claws that are dripping with gore, having stripped the flesh off this weird old man.
Ugh.
There we go. It cuts you open for 3 wounds. If you would like to spend a Benny to soak, that'll be, you will get to roll 2d6 to soak.
I haven't named myself, so I'm gonna call myself Jeremy. Jeremy in the pit of just sadness. It's just gonna take it.
It's just going to take it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you are ripped open. You are not, you still have enough of a form left, little chunks of terracotta falling off of you. It's your turn, Jeremy. What would you like to do? You realize this whole time you've been hollow. Especially
I
after
didn't
your
feel
2...
hollow with my friends.
I know!
I'm gonna crawl.
This is somehow the saddest episode we've done so far.
I don't know about them. I had 3 people inside.
That's right.
I'm gonna crawl over to the remains of my friends.
Roll in the shards.
I'm just gonna crawl up and just wish I could go downstairs.
Fill up your hollow cavity with the pieces of us.
Alright, Sam and Afe, the weirdest thing happened. You both have 1 wound from the stuff that's been inflicted upon you. You see this terracotta, like monkey soldier, kind of leapt to your defense, kind of gored open by this weird demon, and is currently crawled over and is kind of whimpering next to the shards of the other terracotta monkey and kind of scooping them to, like, you don't know if it's to make a pillow or a nest or a grave. I think technically Sam gets to go next.
Hey, monkey, it's okay. Why do I sound like Mario? I don't know.
I don't know, look at that monkey over there. You tell me if he's okay.
I mean, you're just clay, buddy. It was gonna happen eventually.
Clay?
Yeah.
Sam's, takes the reality of death
Yeah,
for other people.
yeah, not for himself.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So your main thing is this gun, and you have a snow fighting ability. What am I doing here? I'm gonna reload.
And fire?
And fire.
Alright, so it's a -2 to your shooting roll.
Yeah, it is. Which is a D4.
Now you know why I've never known the damage on it.
Son of a gun, that's real low. I'm gonna just go ahead and re-roll that.
All right.
Using someone else's bennies. That's a double 4.
The
This one
4 gets to
exploded,
explodes.
So with the 4. So 7.
A 7, that hits. 2d6 plus 1.
Alright, here we go. Some of these need to explode. One of them does.
Nice.
So that was 9.
You got 9, so 10, 11. Not enough to wound it, but enough to shake it. So the demon is stunned.
Okay.
8.
Terracotta monkey,
Yeah.
like the ones that we fought at the gate.
Those
No,
were
no,
metal.
no,
Those were
no.
metal monkeys, and they.
But same shape, same
Yeah,
like.
different species.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then the demons. What are the demons doing?
There's one demon that is turning to attack the 2 of you.
Okay. How do I summon the Morrigan? And become the Morrigan?
That seems right.
You just say I would like to let it.
I declare Morrigan.
So you get a D4, an extra D4 to everything that you do
Didn't it go up to the D6
at
already?
the end
No,
of
not
the
yet.
at the
Oh,
end of the adventure,
All right, a D4.
and then just do what do you want to do?
Well, I'll go attack a demon.
Yeah, you will. So fighting die.
Fighting die, which is here, D8 plus
Alright.
a D6, and then I add D4
To the highest one.
to the highest one. All right. I'm attacking a monkey. No, a demon. That's gonna be a 10.
That hits.
Mhm.
So you take your sword and you drive it just now. What happened to your sword last week? Do you remember?
Flaming, right?
It was yeah, I don't yeah.
Nothing else.
His sword was on fire.
Yeah. So, the question is, do you wish to the voice? I'm so sorry, Haley. The voice in your head is telling you to accept the gift of the Morrigan's blade.
Listen, strange voice coming from my blade. I want to
From
be a
your
lover,
head.
not a red-eyed shrieking ghoul. No, I totally accept it.
All right.
Was that a stipulation? Was it like a negotiation? What just happened there?
It's just like, okay.
If we do this, I don't want to be
Alright.
a shrieking ghoul.
So, what is the damage on Apes' blade?
Power weapon, longsword.
Yep.
STD8.
So it's strength. Her strength die plus a D8.
Strength die, which is
It just went up to
a
it.
10 plus a
You
D8,
don't need Jen. You got 8.
Well, kinda.
and I rolled a D4 to it, right?
Like 60%
not to
at
damage.
this point.
Not the damage. That sucked. We're rolling it better. That was
Dang.
8. 10. That was 10.
10. Well, so the nice thing is you also get to roll a extra. Roll an extra D6 on top of all that.
3.
So we're at 13.
Yeah.
You gore that demon.
Mhm.
What does it look like when you cut it? Its heart out.
Does it have a heart?
I'm sure if you looked hard enough, you would find one.
Well, I do. I look hard enough. I put the sword in, just like pry it around, stir it around.
It
kinda, like
does.
scrape some stuff out.
It does, and in fact, its heart is this black cage, and inside you can see a key.
Oh. Well, I'll take that.
All right. I don't even know whose turn is it anymore. I think it's
Maybe.
Oh, it's a joker, so.
Pockets. Oh yeah, we reshuffle. Pockets has officially been subsumed by the coins.
No!
I don't write the game, man. The terracotta monkeys had short, stubby tails.
So like baboons?
Bears.
Possibly like bears. I don't know why I encourage him.
Like Baloo dressed up with 2 coconuts and a grass skirt.
This one
monkey.
is for terracotta monkey. This one's for Ape. Weird, huh? And then Sam. And then the demon trying to finish off Pockets. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Sam. There is no demon around you.
Alright.
You see your friend's pocket.
It's the ace of Sam Spades.
Yeah. Alright.
The ace of spades. Ace of spades.
I really should play with that Maltese Falcon in front
Yeah.
of me every.
Yeah, we'll put it next to you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's see here.
Hang my hat on it.
So I'm not in the city anymore, right?
You are not.
But I carry with me sort of the spirit of the city, correct?
It's tenuous, but you do.
There are rules, but I don't know them.
I see. Okay.
He's
So
never asked the rules.
so to a certain extent wherever I am as the Crucible also is.
That seems logical.
And within the Crucible, I assume the fiends and various other entities abide by certain rules. They can't.
That seems reasonable.
There's laws that bind their conduct.
Mhm.
Ancient laws.
Ancient laws and deep facts,
Could I
possibly.
approach this demon, reach out a hand, and extend my mantle across the demon, thereby bringing him, so to speak, within Crucible. And
You know, demons are allowed in Crucible.
they are, but they're bound by certain laws, which feels like may prevent him from further harming pockets without certain permissions.
You can always give it a shot.
It just... If it's in Crucible, it belongs to the Mafia. So you'll have to just make it an offer it can't refuse.
It's true.
So, okay, so that's a good question. So, bringing us back to Crucible lore. Okay, so the fiends live there. What keeps them from just torturing the ever-living bejabbers out of everybody at all times?
The tower.
The tower, okay. So,
The council, right?
okay. But they do, clearly, they have the right to torture certain people.
They
and
do.
things.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Would pockets necessarily fall within purview of being allowed to be tortured? I mean, could be. Dang it.
That might be why he's living in a Dragon King's trash heap.
Has Pockets ever made a deal with the devil? Or the fiends?
I don't think he's quite that dumb.
Okay, then no.
Okay, so then as Sam Spade basically...
This will be an intimidation roll.
Alright,
Yeah.
the shadow of the tower seems to cross this demon. Alright, so it's a D6 plus a D8.
I love it.
He outlawed you.
He played well within the bounds of the rules, so I'm allowing it. Yeah.
Double 5. So, just barely makes it.
Dude, it's an opposed.
It's an opposed. Alright, I'm gonna spend the last penny of Sam's. Spend the last penny to roll
Alright.
that. Suck.
The 5 is the best.
5 was the best. Oh, okay. Well, still beats you.
All right. The demon kind of looks at you. And there is this, it's as if the shadow that Sam casts suddenly extends tall and long across the floor and over the demon. And you see all of, like, the just adding insult to injury, that beautiful heap of gold suddenly explodes outwards. And the coins go scattering for the shadows, wedging themselves in between the stones of the floor, crawling deeper down and within.
That is the coolest shit.
And you clearly hear a voice that you have heard recently say, "Ah, it's about time, Sam." And whose turn is it next?
6 of clubs.
6 of
6
spades.
of spades.
Oh,
7 of diamonds.
This demon pissed at Sam. What is Sam's parry? Comes leaping across the
4.
field at you.
Ew, that's
Hiss with a raise.
We got one wound, right?
You do. What's Sam's toughness?
6.
It's a 7, actually.
7.
Incorrect.
It's a 7.
It's a 7. So,
I forgot to write that down.
Good for you.
2 wounds. Sam, you got any bennies?
Yeah, Sam don't.
All right. Sam takes 2 wounds.
That brings him down to 3, which...
Is not enough to take him out.
Okay.
3 wounds, 4th wound will take him out. So, this demon just kind of digs its greedy claws into Sam's stomach and kind of lifts him up by the tendrils of skin, the flaps of skin. And you can see the names, like you now being Sam, see the names of everyone whose case you failed to solve is kind of written on the inside of the skin of his body.
I love it. I love it.
And just slams you to the ground. 6 of spades, 8th.
I'm gonna just cut that demon
All right.
right out of living.
Feels so aphish.
I'm gonna cut his living out of it.
All right. So fighting die. So here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How angry are you? Just a simple question.
Oh, 10
Out of.
out of 11.
Oh, okay. Maybe that feels.
I could be angrier if I really pushed.
Would you like to make a wild attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it. So you're gonna get, when you make a wild attack, You get +2 to your fighting result,
Awesome.
and you get +4 damage.
Awesome.
But you are vulnerable to the next attack.
That was a penny. That's a 7.
So it's normally 7. With the wild attack, you get +2.
All right, so that's 9.
And with the blade that you were wielding, it is now a +1. So you got a 10. So you hit with a raise.
All right.
So here's what you're going to roll. You're going to roll the strength die, which we said was a d10.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just do that.
So a
I'm
d10,
waiting for you to say
a
something
d10
else.
plus a d8.
A d10 plus a d8.
Yeah, plus 8.
That's gonna be 1622.
Okay, what does it look like when you cut this thing in twain? You cut the
So
living
it's like
right
slamming. Yeah, when I cut the
out of it.
living
You cut
right
the
out
living,
of it.
the living right out of it.
Yeah, it's like, like just the blade doesn't actually go very deep. It just like hits like the demon right at the base of its skull and then just like zips down its spine, and then it's like as if it were just unzipped out of a costume, and that costume was it not
It's
being
like-
dead.
Yeah, it's like it hits the ground and another. You hear a metallic thunk when it hits the ground.
Compiling my.
Yeah, Jeremy, as you
Thank you. I am going to compile all of my shards that I can carry inside my body and run downstairs to the water.
okay, you're really wobbly,
That's fine.
so I'm gonna need you to give me an athletics test at -3 because of your
You also
wounds.
are gonna be insanely heavy at this point.
I need you to roll a d6 and a d8
If we're lucky, she'll fall down the stairs.
and subtract 3.
Okay. 7.
We're not that lucky.
You see this terracotta monkey scooped up as much of the other terracotta remnants as it could, and went wobbling down the stairs. Where are you headed? Like,
To the water.
you want to forget all of it?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Oh,
All right, we are out of combat. What are you guys
especially
doing?
since it's like, is this the Pockets monkey?
What? Where is Pockets now?
Pockets is
just-
unconscious on the ground,
Mm.
kind of, and toss up a coin that hits its chest, kind of skitters around as if confused, and then like goes under him.
I slap him awake.
You slap him hard, he does not wake up.
Oh.
Mumbles something about exam time.
I go look
and
through-
wearing pants. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Just want the little monkey statue. That's what I want, just want the little monkey statue.
No, actually,
The monkey statue.
there's no mumbling. Like he's breathing, but he doesn't seem to be there.
No, I somehow imagine he's like voiced by Charlie Day.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, his soul, it's as if his soul is not there.
I go look at the through the gate. What do I see beyond the gate?
You can clearly see Chen, her lift board or her lift edge kind of broken as if she was, kind of it hit. I know Jenny's gonna be so pissed at me. And
That's that's what the piece was.
she's clearly unconscious and wounded on the other side of this gate. And there's you can see light coming through and kind of snow falling.
We have all 3 keys, right?
Well, you have one, and you heard a thunk
Yeah.
from another one. Yeah.
And then the mince and razor pie over there.
Yeah.
Is there a key visible in the?
Not visible.
All right. Well, Sam's gonna go over there and kick the pieces
yeah.
around until he finds the
Yeah,
key.
you find the key.
All right. Let's go through and try and heal Chen at least.
All right. So you
Yeah.
open the
Open the
gates.
gate.
All right. You go beyond. You can see it is blindingly bright, and there's snow whipping past. It's kind of falling in. Chen is unconscious. Do either of you have healing?
Yeah, I'll give her a healing check. Right? You have healing.
Yeah, I do.
It's
That's 3 points.
it's divine strike, right? That's your healing. I'm rolling that.
It's not that
Okay. You heal Chen. Her wounds close. We will come back to you guys in a second. So, you kind of take a step back, You can hear water kind of sloshing kind of in you. You can look down and you just see that your body seems to consist of this hollow cavity filled with little broken shards that feel like they're important, and the water kind of is leaking out from like the cracks in your body and down into your legs. You have no clue.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. There's clearly steps going the other direction. Also, you are holding on to, like, when you open your hand, there's this tiny, like, silver edge with this, like, little piece of silvery material hanging from it.
You are in for it when Jenny's back.
Well, I came from this way, so I must have been going that way, so I'm gonna go that way.
Right. Slosh, clink, clink. Your legs seem to be making a lot of noise as if they're filled with broken dreams and pieces of other. Maybe something happened. Maybe something tragic happened to you, and like, because it like looks like you used to have. Yeah. So you slosh around, and eventually you come to a set of stairs.
Well, and holding it, I'm gonna just kind of flip it, and it's gonna land and be like, the sign gotta go up.
You should go down.
Take a Benny. You may have a Benny. Take all of the Bennies, because now I'm feeling bad about Jeremy.
Imaginary me.
As Chen kind of wakes up, it's clear that she is disoriented. And you guys can hear thumping behind you, kind of coming up. And as you look back, you can see this terracotta simian monkey, like riven with cracks, chest missing, holding something shiny that definitely seems like part of Chen's lift edge. It's the one that ran off in the middle of the fight.
Huh.
I feel like I should attack it.
What do you do
I attack it.
with, like, are you?
I'm gonna go push it back down the stairs. I'm gonna just right into it, swinging that, like, I don't know.
I have a shield. You can try
Yeah.
to pop it.
Just push it right back down the
This will be an
stairs.
opposed strength check. You still get your D4 from invoking the Morgan.
How would she know to oppose it? She doesn't have any memories.
Instinct.
I don't want to die.
That's right. That's right.
I'm all I know.
Jeremy doesn't want to die.
Strength is
Sam taps
D10.
himself down for
That's a
cigarettes.
D10.
D12 plus 4 and a D6. Yeah, and you get a D10 plus a D6 plus a D4 to the highest.
I think you
It
will.
explodes.
The D4 explodes.
Yeah.
3, so 7, 14.
I got a 13.
So this thing, the woman who is trapped in the hourglass comes running right at you, and as you try to, you kind of hold for a brief second, and then your foot, slick with the waters of forgetfulness that have been running out of your leg this entire time, you slip, and for a brief moment you totter back, and the whole world spins for you, Jeremy. And for a brief moment, you know what it is to fly.
Do I remember my companion's Maya?
You may
Proper.
exchange your character sheets back to their proper place. As Pocket sits up.
I was really rich in my dreams.
You get the feeling that you were covered in coins. Like you were like,
Inside and out.
yeah.
I
Like
was Scrooge McDucking
you were
you
Scrooge-
entire time.
you were Scrooge McDuck rich.
Okay, so I have zero recollection of how crossing the bridge resulted in this particular
No,
situation.
the last thing you guys remember is Pockets having pulled the lever, those wings coming down, guiding everyone across. The frog monk, telling you all his name, but that's been
Dang it!
it's clearly not in your mind. And going up the path and seeing this waterfall over a cave and pushing through. That's the last thing you guys remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chen was like, she wanted to fly out and around and see what she could find.
She would.
Yeah.
And that's where we will leave off for tonight.
So have we completed 3 of the
You
challenges?
completed 4 of the challenges.
Excellent.
You completed the gate, the bridge, the waterfall, and then the 3 demons: ignorance, hatred, and greed.
Hatred. Yeah. And pockets. Hatred, ignorance, and pockets.
What was amazing to me is how quickly each of you sort of slipped into one of the other person's vices without me having to tell you. You were like, ooh, something shiny. And yeah, so that was, do I have multiple voices in my head? Yeah, you do. And so we're going to leave off here. Next week we have a special one-shot set in Crucible, and I will describe that more going on. We have several people out, so we're going to take a look at the life of Crucible from some different characters. And Ben and Gabe will be my Healthy Stay Gaming. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, everybody.